under the pale glow of the ghost moon. Secrets from the grave whisper on the wind. Stories that come alive only when the world is asleep. Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine on a perfectly still night? Or heard a voice when no one was there? Join me as we journey into a story born from that very feeling. A tale where the line between our world and the next blurs into a terrifying haze. It all began on a night just like this, with a moon so bright it bleached the color from the world, leaving everything in stark shades of silver and black. This is the night of the ghost moon, a rare lunar event whispered about in old, forgotten folklore. They say it's a night when the veil thins, when spirits, drawn by its ethereal light, can cross over. I used to dismiss these stories as nothing more than campfire tales, spooky legends meant to frighten children. But that was before I inherited my grandmother's house, a place perched on a lonely hill, overlooking a town that always seemed to be holding its breath. Grandma was a woman of peculiar habits and even more peculiar beliefs. The house was a testament to her life, filled with dusty books on forgotten lore, strange trinkets, and charts mapping the stars. I'd decided to spend the summer clearing it out, a final, sentimental farewell. I found her journal tucked away in a loose floorboard in the attic, its leather cover cracked with age. The first entry that caught my eye was dated 50 years ago, to the exact day. It read, "The ghost moon rises again. He is coming for me. I must not let him see." I chuckled, attributing it to an old woman's fanciful imagination. I was a skeptic, a man who believed only in what he could see and touch. Ghosts, spirits, curses, they were the stuff of fiction. Oh, how wrong I was. That first night, the house began to speak. It wasn't in words, not at first. It was in the subtle language of old homes, a floorboard creaking overhead when I was the only one there, a window rattling in its frame despite the windless night, a faint, melodic humming that seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. I tried to rationalize it, the house settling, the old pipes, the drafts, but a nagging feeling, a cold knot of dread, began to form in my stomach. The journal's words echoed in my mind. He is coming. Who was he? The next day, I delved deeper into her journals. Page after page was filled with frantic, almost illegible script, all centered around the ghost moon. She wrote of a figure, a shadow man, who appeared only on these nights. He wasn't a ghost in the traditional sense. He was something older, something tied to the moon itself. She described him as a silhouette, with no features. A void in the shape of a man who moved with an unnatural grace. He didn't want to scare her. He wanted something she had, something she had hidden. The entries grew more paranoid. She wrote about locking the doors, boarding the windows, and drawing strange symbols on the mirrors. He sees through reflections. One line read, "He looks for the locket." The locket. I remembered it instantly. A simple, silver oval she never took off. After she passed, I'd found it on a bedside table and, without thinking much of it, tossed it into a drawer full of old jewelry I was planning to sort. A cold sweat trickled down my back. I scrambled to the drawer, my hands shaking as I rummaged through tarnished silver and costume pearls. There it was. It felt unnaturally cold to the touch. With a click, I opened it. Inside, there wasn't a picture of a loved one. Instead, on one side was a tiny, intricate carving of a crescent moon. On the other, a single, faded name was engraved. Elias. The sun began to set, painting the sky in fiery strokes of orange and purple. The ghost moon, larger and brighter than the night before, started its slow ascent. The humming in the walls returned, louder this time, accompanied by a faint, rhythmic tapping. Tap. 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 It came from the attic, directly above my head. My heart hammered against my ribs. Every instinct screamed at me to run, to get out of that house, and never look back. But the mystery, the name Elias, and my grandmother's fear held me captive. Who was Elias? And what did this shadow figure want with his locket? Armed with a heavy iron poker from the fireplace and a flashlight, I forced my legs to move, climbing the creaking stairs to the attic. The tapping stopped the moment my foot touched the tub step. The air up there was thick and frigid, my breath misting in the flashlight beam. The attic was a labyrinth of forgotten things. Old furniture draped in white sheets like slumbering ghosts, stacks of newspapers yellowed with time, and a single, ornate mirror standing in the corner, its surface clouded with grime. The moonlight streamed through the single round window, illuminating a cloud of dust motes dancing in the air. That's when I saw it. In the grimy surface of the mirror, a reflection that wasn't my own. Standing behind me was a tall, slender silhouette, a figure of pure darkness, its form indistinct, shifting like smoke. The Shadow Man. I didn't scream. The sound was trapped in my throat, a knot of pure terror. I spun around, poker raised, but there was nothing there. Just the empty, dusty attic. My mind was racing. Was I losing it? Was this just a trick of the light? A figment of my terrified imagination, fueled by my grandmother's stories? I turned back to the mirror, my heart pounding. The reflection showed only me this time, my face pale and wide-eyed. But as I stared, something changed. My own reflection began to distort, the features melting and reforming. The eyes darkened into hollow voids, the mouth stretched into a silent, mournful cry. It wasn't my face anymore. It was a face I'd never seen, yet it felt hauntingly familiar. And from the mirror, a whisper, cold as the grave, slithered into the room. Elias. My blood ran cold. The whisper wasn't just in the room, it was in my head. A wave of memories, not my own, flooded my mind. I saw a young man giving a silver locket to a young woman under a pale moon. I felt his love, his promise. Then, a tragic accident. A life cut short. A spirit bound to the object of his affection, tethered to the moon under which he made his vow. The Shadow Man wasn't a monster. He was a memory. He was Elias. And he wasn't haunting my grandmother. He was searching for her. But the final, horrifying realization hit me like a physical blow as I looked at my reflection, at the face that was and wasn't mine. My grandmother hadn't been hiding from Elias. She had been hiding something asterisk for him. Her journal entries made a terrifying new kind of sense. He is coming for me. I must not let him see. She wasn't talking about herself. She was talking about me. The final entry, written the day before she passed, contained the devastating truth. My dearest grandson, my little Elias. I've protected you your whole life. I used the old magic to shield your soul, to hide you from him. But my strength fades. When the ghost moon returns, he will feel you. He will see himself in your eyes. He is not a shadow. He is your other half, the part of your soul that was lost long ago. He only wants to be whole again. The figure in the mirror wasn't a reflection. It was a window. Elias, my ancestor, my namesake, wasn't trying to harm me. He was trying to merge. With me, to reclaim the soul that had been fractured and reborn in me. The house wasn't haunted by a spirit. It was a sanctuary designed to keep one out, and I had just spent days dismantling all its protections. The tapping, the humming, the whispers, it was him, growing stronger as the moon reached its zenith, drawn to his own soul fragment residing within me. The locket wasn't a key for him. It was an anchor for me, a reminder of the life I thought was mine. Standing there in the attic, he felt a pull, an irresistible urge to step toward the mirror, to reach out and touch the hand of my reflection, of Elias. It felt like coming home. A sense of peace, of completeness, wassailed over me, drowning the fear. This is what he wanted. This is what my grandmother had fought against her whole life. Was this my destiny? To be consumed by the past, to become whole, but lose myself in the process. The line between me and him was dissolving. I am Elias. Elias is me. We are one under the ghost moon. What would you do if you discovered your greatest fear was not a monster, but a part of yourself you never knew existed? Would you fight, or would you embrace it? Share your deepest fears in the comments below. Let's talk about the shadows that follow us. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the dark. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next descent into the unknown. Stay safe, and check your reflections.